So Caitlin Clark just got something from one of the best soccer players in the world. So we have Alexia Putellas, who is obviously a player for the Spain national team. Who they won the last World Cup, didn't they? I think they did. But like, she's seen seen by a lot of people as the best player in the world. Like she won. What was it? Did she win? How many Ballon d'Ors has she won? I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I'm just trying to find the awards. You don't have awards on Wikipedia for soccer like they do in basketball, but look, she is seen as one of the best players in the world. Not only that, her notoriety, because unlike 2K, where you know the WNBA players are absolutely horrendous, in FIFA she's a demon. She's an absolute demon. And at the end of the day, it is a pretty big one in terms of relevancy for that. If only like the WNBA players are good in FIFA, people would be actually kind of hyped for them. But at the end of the day, it is an interesting one here. So obviously she sent Caitlin Clark a custom message, it's a custom handwritten message with a pair of football boots. Caitlin Clark, I'm coming out of retirement. Who knows? People are like, oh, Caitlin Clark is going to play in the NWSL if there's no WNBA season. No, she won't. Caitlin Clark is not good enough to play professional soccer. At least right now. Could she have been a professional soccer player? Maybe. Like, even her high school coach is like, oh yeah, she would have been a D1 level soccer player. There's a big difference between that and going pro. But your talent and dedication is inspiring. Your drive to improve pushes us all at a young age. You're showing resilience, leadership, and courage. Keep shining and changing the game, Alexia. That is a big one. You've got one of the best players in the world in another sport out there sending a handwritten message. Caitlin was a striker, just hoof the ball up there and she'll find a way. Again, Caitlin was a good soccer player. Caitlin was a very good soccer player. By all accounts, D1 level. But like, I mean this when I say this. The people saying that she could go and play in the NWSL right now, like that is absolutely a step too far. It is very difficult. You cannot transition from one. You could realistically cannot transition from one pro sport to another pro sport. That is it is what it is with that. Get her to the Camp Nou. Yeah, like I think they should try to get her to Barcelona. That would be a good place. Nike, I'm pretty sure Barcelona are Nike, aren't they? I think they're Nike, so yeah, that would be cool. Get her to Barcelona. Because if you go and get her to Barcelona, like she can go to, you know, a EuroLeague game and hype up that. Go wearing full Caitlin Clark shoes. No courtside with EuroLeague game. They're cheap tickets. Heck, I went to see Luca's last ever game in Barcelona against Barcelona in Barcelona. €200 tickets. Bought them for myself and my dad. I was like 21. Didn't even have much money, and I was like, you know what, this is worth it. So yeah, it is what it is. So it is kind of crazy seeing again. Caitlin Clark better lay something, show us what you got. Put her in like Soccer Aid or something. Throw her in like a charity game. But this is big. This is big, especially with the fact that, you know, in the WNBA right now, kind of nothing is going on. Like nothing really is going on in the grand scheme of things. And at the same time, you can maybe say everything's going on. And Putellas has responded. Obviously, I cut off the last video and turns out that she went and responded. Obviously, we are mid. Is that 29-7? This was like 6-0 for a while. But the owl was not very superb this year. That's all I'm going to say. But she responded with, okay, let's play on the same team just in case. And that would be a funny one. It'd be a funny one if for some like charity football game they brought over Caitlin Clark to play in it. That'd be very fun. It'd be very, very fun. If there was some like equivalent of like a Soccer Aid or something for Maybe you could. You'd have put them both on Team World. Yeah. I'm not sure if Soccer Aid is just, it's a mixed game, but look, at the end of the day, I don't think any of that really matters, but it is cool to see. It's cool to see a page literally promoting the Barcelona women's team, which is like one of the biggest teams. They are the biggest team in women's football, aren't they? If they're not the biggest, they're one of the biggest. They're absolutely one of the biggest. And having them coming out there and promoting this page, the initial one with 3.2k likes, and it is, it's a funny one. It is a funny one because injury crisis so bad we had to sign Caitlin Clark. Well, imagine if someone did that. The fact she hand wrote these notes to people rather being typists on PR is nice. Crossover never expected. I mean, they are Nike. They're both Nike athletes. And I absolutely do believe that Nike probably pushed it. Because I think Nike have to do, I think when it comes down to it, Nike have to do a good job of kind of keeping up with everything. They have to do a good job of keeping Caitlin Clark's name out there, because I think the sneaker is going to be delayed. I'm not saying it's going to be delayed long. I think it will be delayed. I think it's going to be a short delay. And by that, I mean, like, I do feel they're not, until anything's announced the WNBA season, they're not going to just randomly announce it. I still think the Team USA games were the initial games they were going to be released. But with no Super Bowl commercial, nothing, they have to keep some relevancy. And with no basketball going on, they do have to go and, if at all possible, keep Caitlin Clark's name as much as possible in the news. Keep it in the news as much as possible. And something like this happens. And it can do that. And I do feel like Nike, in fairness, when Nike care and Nike want to, they actually can do a pretty good job of marketing literally anyone. So anyway, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is any relevance at all to things? Do you guys think there's just two Nike athletes talking to each other? Which it could very well be. And look, at the end of the day, there's 2 minutes to go in the not so super BBALL this year. At least this story in this video, even if it's a nothing burger, is more exciting than that game until the fourth quarter. Like, the first 3 quarters of that game, I'd never seen anything like it. It was 12-0. There was no touchdowns. Nothing even particularly close to being a touchdown. Like, it was just, it was a bit of a weird one. So, yeah, that is the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And hopefully you were not a Patriots fan, because that quarterback, dear Lord, he was shit. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.